Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica. I'm a stay-at-home mom comedy/commentary channel. Like I've said 1,000 times, I've done less of the comedy lately, more of the commentary, which I'm really enjoying. So prior to me doing commentary on this case, I used to watch YouTuber Headlines. I have not watched her since, which has just been about almost 2 weeks. And then I also like to watch Brittany Vasseur. If you don't know, Brittany Vasseur is a massive YouTuber. I don't know with how many subscribers, but I'll put all the stats on the screen. She typically does a lot of product videos, tips videos. I really like her. She's really motivating and good. She's going through divorce, which obviously is sad, and she's realized how awful it is because of her 2 children and how it's like the last thing she wants to do. Anyways, so YouTuber Headlines has made multiple videos on Brittany Vasseur talking about her divorce, and because of that I have watched those, but I also watched Brittany Vasseur. And Brittany's video that she just posted last night, I took a break from covering or learning anything about the case anymore with the 8 passengers because I really just needed a break. And so then I decided to watch Brittany Vasseur's new video, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's definitely responding to YouTuber Headlines, in my opinion. Doesn't mean it's fact, but it sounds like she's responding, and I'll show you with my edits what I mean, because the last 2 videos of YouTuber Headlines is the ones that she's responding to, in my opinion. But it's not like the entire video. It's just like maybe 80% of Brittany's video is addressing things that that YouTuber Headlines said in her videos. So if you're interested in seeing that, continue watching.
Brittany Vasseur is getting a divorce. She announced it about 2 weeks ago, and so far she's made 2 videos talking about her divorce. She's monetizing the hell out of this. So far, I think she's made about $10,000 off those 2 videos talking about her divorce on YouTube.
Start with the first little piece of criticism is that I am out here trying to monetize my divorce and exploit the situation. From my perspective, I have shared my life here on my YouTube channel, the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, for 10 years. So this is a huge thing.
Let's also remember that influencers can pick and choose what they want to share. So she has a curated life she likes to show online, but yes, she is opening up a lot more lately, probably because of her marriage struggles. And also remember that YouTuber Headlines doesn't show her face. We have no idea what she looks like. Teach their own, but I mean, at least Brittany is ballsy enough to actually have her face on camera. And I only say this because it's super easy to have a strong opinion on something when you're not showing your face, because there's no repercussions to anything that you say, but there is more of a repercussion when you show your face because people know what you look like and all that sort of stuff.
That's happening in my life, and I am choosing to share it. My thought, my hope is that if anyone is out there who is going through this, or may go through it one day, can look back on these videos, and if anything I learn and experience can help somebody else, that means something.
So this is something that commentary channels will never understand if they've never actually shared their life online at all or gone through something significant in their life. So when I started my YouTube channel in 2017, it actually says it started in 2014. That's when I got a Gmail. But in 2017 is when I started my YouTube channel talking about endometriosis. And I literally started it because there was no information at that time on YouTube talking about endometriosis other than 2 videos. And then I was finally going through a diagnosis and getting listened to. And I had my exploratory surgery, and I shared all of that on YouTube. And I literally said in my videos, I hope I help even one person. If I help even one person, then sharing all this information is worth it. And I didn't even have any subscribers. I literally started at 0 and started talking about endometriosis day 1. So not everyone does it for the money. A lot of people do it to help other people as well. So people like to harp on influencers for sharing a lot, which yes, sometimes they can overshare, but people also forget, who have never shared their life online, who started only in commentary. They don't realize that a lot of us do start channels because we do want to help other people, because we have that thing within us that likes to help people. So with all that said, I 100% believe what Brittany is saying here. So what do you guys think? Do you think Brittany is indeed monetizing her divorce? Do you think that this is something that YouTuber Headlines is being a little bit too hard on Brittany for? Or do you think also, what I think, which is Brittany is responding to YouTuber Headlines here? Let me know below.
Right, I'm about to eat lunch now, and it's something that is
Then she goes straight into an ad. This girl is trying to make bank off this. Almost every time she does a HelloFresh ad, she does a Q&A about her marriage.
So I'm eating my HelloFresh meal in a plate, and no, this is not sponsored by HelloFresh, but it is a good segue.
That right there was the part that Brittany was like, hey, YouTuber Headlines, it's not sponsored by HelloFresh right now. Side note about HelloFresh is that my husband and I have said, if I ever got monetized on YouTube and ever got a sponsorship and we had a HelloFresh sponsorship, that would be amazing, because inflation is so high right now. If we had our freaking dinner covered, that would be amazing. So let's not harp on people that get free dinner.
into discussing another criticism about me that I see, and that is that I'm like a sellout, I do too many brand deals, like things along those lines. This is something that I used to have a really hard time with. I just felt so bad about it, to the point that for the first 2 years of my YouTube channel, I didn't even turn ads on my videos because I felt like guilty about that.
I definitely get why people hate when people do too many sponsorships, because often they can sound ingenuine, especially when they're like, hey, you guys knew I love this company. And it's like the first that an influencer has talked about a company. But I think good for her for turning on ads and for getting sponsorships. But I think there's a fine balance between too many sponsorships and also people just wanting to pick on influencers like crazy. I think there's a line, definitely. So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, and this is messy. When creators get online while drinking alcohol, oh, expect tea, expect drama, expect the loose lips.
You're my online besties. Like, I consider you all friends. It's really hard for me to not say anything. Like, I have this struggle between wanting to like stay classy.
But then she said multiple times throughout this live that she's trying not to throw shade, she wants to stay classy, and she doesn't want to make anybody mad. I feel like she's saying one thing but doing another.
Because it's true. I can admit, I can see when things are actually true. And that is regarding the live stream that I did a couple weeks ago. If you miss it, I did a happy hour live stream where I had a glass of wine, like literally half a glass of wine. And I was live chatting. I felt like I was just talking with my girlfriends, and I made some sly remarks, said a few things that I normally would not have said, and in retrospect, I should not have said. That is the big downside with live events. You can't cut anything out.
See, this shows that Brittany is very socially aware of herself. We all have done things where we drink alcohol and say things we regret. Unfortunately, she did it while she was working, so that just is what it is. But at least she's aware enough to be like, okay, hey, this wasn't right. So yeah, that's cool.
Me now, I'm like watching and editing this footage, and I'm making sure I've thought about it. I didn't say anything too bad, but at the time, I will say this, like I was going through a very angry moment. A lot of this has just felt very unfair to me, and that's a hard feeling to process. So I should not have gone and done a live event while I was feeling that way. Thankfully, I am more so at a place of like peace and acceptance and trying to really rise above it.
So the thing about sharing your life online is you're open to skepticism when you do it. Even me, just getting into commentary, I have received my fair share of skepticism and people not liking what I'm saying. And that's just the nature of being on the internet. So Brittany chooses to share her life, so she is going to get criticism on that. And then YouTuber Headlines also commentates on things, so she's can have people who disagree with her, like how I disagree with her, and that's totally okay. We can all have our own opinions, but I think for myself, I have the observation for this situation in that Brittany's life is online. She's chosen to be an influencer. So why wouldn't she talk about her divorce? It's something very real that's going on in her life. My suspicion is that YouTuber Headlines has not gone through a divorce, but again, I could be wrong because I know nothing about her because she doesn't share who she is online. But I have known plenty of people who go through divorce, and it does become your identity. It does become a part of your identity, and it's a massive shift, especially when you have children. And the people I know who don't even have children went through divorce, it was a massive shift for them. They went into debt because of it. It's not an easy thing, okay? So if she wants to share her life online, cool, but I know she's also open to criticism because she chose to share it online, so it just is what it is. Okay, so that is all I have for today's video. Thank you so much for watching if you did. I have enjoyed now talking about other creators besides the 8 passengers, just trying to get my group here, and then also just having some fun. It's a nice little outlet for me as a mom. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope wherever you're watching, if this is the morning or the night, whenever I get this up, that you guys are having a fantastic day. Bye, guys.